All right, jumping at it. Convex. Haven't used it yet. First thing I assume I got to do is sign up. Doesn't even look like I need to sign up. All right. We have a demo repo, so I guess we're going to do that. I don't think I've set up the terminal or really anything yet. Let's get a new one going and see what this is all about. All right. And then let's go here. Install. All right. Done that. Let's try this. I like this. I want to steal it. See what it does. Nice. That's cool. Okay. And now let's X convex in it. All right, cool. Sure. All right. We need to register the convex functions in the /convex directory of the Git repository. I assume that means I have a convex directory, and I do. Explore it in more detail here, but right now I can do npx convex push. Okay. Looks like I'm building a counter. All right, npm run dev. And localhost 3000. So what do we got here? Let's look at it. Ooh, we're using Vite. Never used Vite before. I guess this is a 2-for-1 learning session. All right, I have a counter. Let's check out what's going on here in the network tab. See what it's all about. Oh, wow, nothing. That's interesting. Now, if I refresh, that's interesting. So when you refresh, there's a nice little flicker, and then it comes back. So where are they storing that state? Let's see if we can figure it out. Just at a high level first. Some kind of sync thing going on. There we go. Yeah, all right, so there's some WebSocket open. And evidently, that's what's going on. So, all right, you click refresh. Something happens, it connects. And then it passes this like session UUID. Is the value come through here? Yeah, all right. So up, down, I'm talking to something somewhere, and it's holding this value. But the SSR state, or I guess the CSR state, is 0. And I guess Maybe if I watch here, yeah, there it is. So you see the mutation fire. Neat. All right, cool. Now let's keep going through the tutorial and see how it all works, or how to use it at least. Cool. Jump to the next page for a walkthrough of what's going on under the hood. All right. Ooh, there's a whole dashboard too. Okay. Ah, the old double login, everyone's favorite. I get them on clerk. All right, so this, when I did that npx deploy or whatever, it must have done this. Which is neat. I'll keep following the tutorial just in case that's helpful. All right. All right, now we're getting to the code. That's the fun part. Open this thing up. So we want our Convex demos among the million clerk folders. Hello, Convex. Open it up. Yeah, so presumably this code is the same as the code in the dashboard. And yeah, it definitely is. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Source main.tsx. All right, now let's look at our app. Use query, use mutation. We're mapping it against the file names here. Simple enough. Oh, interesting. All right, fair enough. I was like, oh, why didn't they just give me a function here to just drop straight into my onClick? But yeah, it makes sense. Probably want to do something extra with it in the future. Yeah, so this is the flicker, which I really didn't like. No, definitely prefer like and then you just have a delay. Huh. Well, I guess I broke a rule of hooks. Maybe that's why it's upset. I didn't actually get a hook error. Maybe I did get a hook error and I just didn't see it. I don't know how byte works. It's very possible. Well, anyway, yeah. Bookmon, no flicker. I mean, it's a delay, but it's better than I think flickering 0. Anyway, continuing on. Let's take a look at the query function body itself. Yeah, counter table, that's interesting. All right, so they're saying, let's look at this counter table. I don't actually know, like, hey, where did they define that? Seems noteworthy that I honestly have no idea. Maybe it's in here? All right, maybe it'll tell me. Yeah, how did I end up with this? Huh. I wonder if they just like magic created that. Seems really brazen though. It feels like it definitely got created when I did that push. Okay, use this through. Hoping it just tells me at some point where that thing came from, but as of right now, I don't know. Um, I mean, I suppose it could just bump it on the fly, which would be cool. You know what? I'm intrigued enough to want to know. I just do counter table 2. Then I run npx convex push. No, I see. Okay, so it's saying, I didn't read the push the first time I did it. So it's saying there is no schema. So apparently I could have a schema. Considering documents have the any type, no idea what that means, but I guess it's just saying that like the counter counter table. Maybe it has like a single column and it only has one. But anyway, let's try npm run dev. Give this the old refresh. Let me try killing my little thing. Maybe there was a little hack here. Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a little hack. What kind of things? All right, so I've messed something up. That's the bottom line. How did I mess it up? Here we go. He's missing one. Refresh this again. I'm still missing one. I will figure you out, Convex, by the end of the night. All right, what's going on here? So sends up the mutation, increment counter goes to 1. I'm so perplexed. Oh, you know what? I can just save it. I have to push again, I bet. All right. Now we're connected. There it is. Boom. Okay. Presumably in my dashboard, I somehow have 2 counters. Okay, so this was my bug. And now this is not my bug anymore. Okay, cool. So somehow it just creates tables on the fly. That seems pretty nifty. It's fun to play with. Let's keep it going. At some point, I'm going to get to the point where I need off here. Yeah, almost there. Not really at all, but here we go. They're bringing me to a chat app. Ooh, they're having me build a chat app. Fun. Okay, so source common TS. We're going to do this. All right, ID field is automatic. Now I'm just checking my Twitter in another screen. All right, cool. Okay. Probably should have started this before 10 o'clock at night, but here we are. This one. Yep. 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 Okay. So it's interesting. They have this whole extra folder, which I guess isn't that weird. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see like what happens with all of these front-end database texts once React Server Components hits. All right, so for giving me this send message.ts. Now, I wonder if these types will fix themselves if I use, yeah, they will. My VS Code has like the wrong TypeScript going. Cool. All right. All right, so this just mutation pushes up the body, the author. Messages sound simple enough. I haven't made a messages table yet, which is, still to me the craziest part about Convex. Like, I guess I defined a type here. Like, okay, that's magic. Not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that as a, whoa, that's surprising. All right, it should look pretty similar. Yep, it does. Now list messages, all right, are basically making we're just making the next screen, right? Of the chat app, there was one query to add a message, and now another query to read the list of messages. It's interesting because it's like I feel still like I'm building, like these are almost like the API endpoints I'm building. And then, so like in Next, right, you have your app folder. And now it's, or not your app folder, your API folder. And this feels a lot like that, where I'm basically just writing these like, I don't know, it's like, it's a front-end database. It feels like I'm writing back-end code. In reality, I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I think I still got more to learn. Okay, this function fetches the entire system. Yes. Okay, now I'm seeing, I'm going to shut this thing down. npx convex code gen is going to do some magic. npx convex push. I wasn't doing code gen before. Ah, there it is. The tables are created dynamically when first accessed. All right, messages and subscriptions. Now the two convex functions have been deployed. It's really easy to throw together. Some chats counter. Yeah, all right. This is all expected. But where are they having me do this? All right, cool. Just give me the whole file. Sweet. Pray this is enough. Like, yeah, okay. Neat. All right, I probably need to restart. User 4539. Why am I 4539? Oh, look, I get a new username every time. Okay. 1234 is my message. Now, presumably, if I open like an incognito window, I'm going to be a different user. Yeah. The real question is, what happens if I just open a new tab, right? Yeah, whole nother user. Cool. But the reason I wanted to test that was like, are they doing any weird like local storage stuff by default? Like in theory, they could have a effectively like a tab scoped storage with, I guess it may not be local storage. It's each session storage is the one that disappears after everything's closed. But I digress. I guess with where this is right now, it's just new user every load. Okay. Let's keep it going. What do they want me to do? I'm already like, I want to turn this user into a clerk user. Although I do want to do it from a Next.js app. I just know that framework better than Vite, but I'm sure I could figure it out. Oh yeah, I guess we should look at the code a little bit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this looks basically exactly like you would expect it to look. This is brazen. That's such a crazy, like, I know you, like, I think I understand why you could do this. But I feel like, can we call this an anti-pattern? I don't know. Maybe it's not right to call it an anti-pattern, but like, I think a lot of people in React would look at this and be like, hey, why are you sending up an empty message? Right? Because like you set new message text to blank, and then right after you pass new message text to your send message. Like I guess in reality, like this set state is some degree of asynchronous, and this, from line 28 to 29, we're getting through asynchronously, and so it just works. Okay. I wonder if it's an anti-pattern or if I've just like never seen it and it's actually like an incredibly common pattern. Certainly scares me for whatever reason. What else can I do here? Yeah, I mean, okay, so I have a little slice here, so it's only showing the last 10 messages. So in theory, I just go down the line. Yeah, once you get to 10, it stops. And ooh, everyone gets their own local timestamp in the user of the app. That's exciting. When I refresh, everything's still here. It's also exciting. Cool. I wonder if anyone's going to watch this. Let me check my Twitter. Yeah, definitely could have picked like either a different time zone to do this in. But hey, it's Friday night. I'm not doing anything. We're going for it. All right. I think I did all that. Filters and references. Yeah, I think actually what I want to do now is use another one of their demos. By the way, the fact that like every demo you ever download off the internet just has like no auth because auth is so hard to build is one of my nemesis and something we want to fix. Like in my mind, that demo should just have clerk auth in it. And we have a ways to go until it's just like a demo without any environment variables, just has auth. But I do think that's something we're going to get to this year. I wonder if other people that do these live streams are just like thinking as much as I'm thinking right now about, okay, like, how am I going to really get this going? Will I get to sleep tonight? I don't know. All right. I would love if one of these turns out to be Next.js. And I might get rejected, which would be tragic. Yeah. Wow. They just really love Vite over at okay. Come on. I swear that on this page, I don't know, it did say Vite. Dang. All right, we're doing it live. Gonna have to figure out clerk and Vite. I don't even think, like, we don't even have a demo for it. Convex. It's all right. We'll get it going. Okay, Convex chat. We're gonna work. Do we want to work with you or do we want to work with the auth one? Let's look at this users and auth one. Filters and references, I'm just not too like worried about. It's probably just a message about querying, which like I'm sure we can figure out. That's no problem. This is going to be annoying. This is not going to be fun. Okay. So the reason I just gasped. Oh, maybe we'll be okay. So look, here's what's going on. I got here and I saw OpenID Connect. And Clerk is not an OpenID Connect provider. However, we can often make ID tokens. The reason we're not an OpenID Connect provider is because OpenID Connect is really not for sharing sessions. It's just for sharing identity data one time. And so what Clerk does is we actually manage the session, and we would like to tell, an app like Convex, like, hey, this user is signed in, and you can be confident that they're signed in as long as we're giving you tokens. And our tokens only last a minute. we generate new ones all the time. We can just keep sending them to Convex. Whereas a lot of, but not a lot of, like every OpenID Connect implementation, it's like you connect once and then you're like done. And we don't like that. Chances are this demo does some kind of extra session management that they looped in. Yeah, so this also your React logging guide does that. Oh, this is bad. They want me to add my identity provider's domain. Oh, that might just be because they want the JWT. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. All right, let's go to clerk. I'm just going to make a new application here. And we're going to try taking the URL, the front-end API URL, and we're going to try running this npx auth add. What was it? What was the actual command? npx convex auth add. Yeah, I'll just keep working off of this hello convex thing. So npx convex auth add. Enter the identity provider's URL. So I don't know what they're doing here, but I can guess add client ID. Well, no. Client ID is another OIDC concept, and I'm a little confused what they're using that for. I'm still not completely worried yet. Maybe I should be more worried. We'll see. Certainly they have another way to connect off to this thing besides OIDC. That would be very odd of them. For sure. So the reason I'm thinking that they want this is because they're probably, there's like a dot well-known, what is it? There's a dot well-known slash JWTs, JWKs. There's something here. Well-known OIDC URLs. And we actually publish them because we are able to generate the tokens. And so, yeah, so this generally works. And we also publish the public keys associated with our tokens. And so we're hoping that whatever this application ID is, doesn't matter, and that it'll just look at the issuer. I probably should have told the Convex guys that I was doing this, but I didn't. So here we are. All right. All right, we're going to ignore most of this tutorial and just look for where is the part where they actually send this token to Convex. Man. Also, wait, let's figure out what happened. So it says it added the auth provider. It doesn't appear to be reflected here at all, which I'm moderately surprised by. We shall keep trying. All right, wait. I need a little more space. Okay. So this is interesting. They're making a, so the thing that caught my eye was this. And still working in Hello Convex here. The reason that caught my eye is because before this, we just had DB here. And so, I don't know if I lost my textbook version again. You know what? I have to open the old thing directly again. Okay. So I guess there's other stuff on this object in general. Okay, but then somehow they're saying auth.getUserIdentity. That's all fine. I don't know exactly what that means yet. The question is like, okay, if somehow Convex is passing me auth.getUserIdentity, I have to figure out how like the client or the application tells Convex the identity. And so, oh wait, I might have skipped something that was helpful. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking, sort of. They built this thing that I'm going to have to decode. So let's see if we can find Convex on GitHub. Yeah, we're just going to their website and find them that way. Or are we? Certainly it's here somewhere. Where is GitHub? I can't find it. I don't think this is it. Here we go. Is this it? Nope, this isn't it. All right. We're gonna go look for it another way. Convex. Extra.json. Okay. And convex. See that? That's interesting. Convex apparently was once a opinionated ORM for Angular. Looks like, hey, good for them for getting the cool NPM thing. All right. Is this not open source? It does not seem open source, which is not cool. Okay. I mean, this can't be that complicated. I think I'm just going to need to do some reversing to figure out how it works. Alternatively, there might be some docs on it. And so, all right, like this does not have generic. Let's see if there's other. I'm thinking that there must be like a convex. See how they have these convex providers with Auth0? Like there must be a convex provider without Auth0 somewhere, and I just have to find it. And I mean, I suppose they might have actually deployed without. Yeah, so there's this. No, looks like I'm gonna get stuck reversing this thing. Set up the auth convex. Okay, you can use convex react client to set off the user can. All right, here we go. Here we go. Do I have a? That's in my app.ts. I have a convex react client. Nope. Yes. do. I do. Okay. So in my main, I don't know why I didn't include there. Convex provider. Cool. All right, and there's a set off here. Which is fine. I think we need to JWT encoded OIDC token. Lovely. All right. I'm getting a good idea about what I got to do here. We're jumping in. Start by installing clerk. Ooh, and we're going to go bare React because they are not using Next.js, which is fine. But I'm going to need to figure out some things along the way. So bear with me. Convex admin key. All right, so Vite public environment variables. Public. Thanks. Only Vite some. All right, so it looks like if you prefix with Vite, it goes to the front end. So we're going to do Vite front end API equals, and we're going to grab that from our Clerk dashboard. I believe, yeah, this is the same one I npx pushed, right? Yep. Cool. That's good. And with this, I think I can start setting up React. So we do have a create React app demo, which I'm going to guess is pretty much what I'm following here. We might run into some issues because of Vite, but I don't think there's going to be too many. And it's not really because of Vite, right? Just because Clerk was built for create React app and we're not using it here. Okay, we're going to work in this same main file. And we already did this install. We already did this except with a Vite prefix. And now we need to add our clerk provider. So we're going to add clerk provider. We're going to put it above convex provider because auth needs to go into convex, not the other way around. And on this, the error is probably that I haven't imported it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But then we also need to set the front end API here. And it looked like the way we do that is with Sorry, I got an email. I'm going to quickly respond to a support request on my other screen. I can't say I've ever done that before. Hey, first time for everything. And I gotta find the right doc. This one. All right. Request answered. Keeping it going. Keeping it going. All right, I'm still feeling pretty good about this. So I need to find Vite's way of this. Yeah, import meta.m.vite. So we'll steal that, and we'll do Vite clerk front-end API, I believe is what we called it. Yeah, cool. Then I think we'll restart this. It'd be awesome if this just like already worked. Not yet, but is clerk working? Is my first question. And to check that, I want the network tab. And I need to see all requests. Yeah, cool. So we're firing off requests to the front-end API as desired. Now, let's make it so none of this works unless we're signed in, right? So right now, we're not signed into this app. I got to import it. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it's supposed to show nothing. Started doing that after after I had the error, but now I need to import this too. But it seems like Vite, oh no, it goes. Okay, cool. There it is, test. So it knows I'm signed out. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull sign in. Now that should give us our beautiful sign-in component. I'm going to sign in with Google here. And now we're signed in. We have the chat, but we're still just this random user, right? And so we have to figure out, okay, how do we get this set up so that it just works? And that is hopefully not going to be too hard. So what we want to do is at this point, we need to pass some auth context into this component. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to look and see what they did for auth0. I think I have an idea of how to do it, but there's the question of how basically how is their auth0 thing calling their setOff function on that React client thing. Where is it? Yeah, so how are they calling this? And presumably that's going to be in here somewhere. It's not. That's unfortunate. Okay. I'm not sure I believe that yet. Maybe I didn't search it right. It must be in here somewhere, right? Just, here we go, source, React.0. There's the open source I was looking for. See how they do it. Don't do it very good. What are you doing? All right. Sure. All right, so they're doing a bunch of like nesting here, where basically this is returning, I don't know, maybe this isn't like the real source, or maybe they just write it this way, but this is just like, they're just not using JSX. I don't totally know why. I bet there's a good reason, and I just don't know what it is. But yeah, so they're just, they haven't, so this is the component that they have developers use, and it wraps the auth0 provider, which is actually provided by auth0 at the top here. And then they have this convex provider using auth0 beneath it. And that's, again, kind of the same reason I said you need to put clerk provider outside of Convex provider. The exact same thing is going on. They needed auth0 outside of their actual Convex provider. That's likely why they also packaged it up this way into a combined thing. We actually do some very similar stuff because of it's just really DX reasons. And I guess you'll end up seeing why, because I'm going to end up making something a lot like this as I go. It's it's really so that they can get access to this hook. All right, so they're calling use auth0. Setting use. Okay, so this is what I was wondering. Set auth. Where are they defining client? Client's here. So it's getting passed in from up here. Oh. All right. So it's actually the client that's getting passed in from here. So that answers, I suppose, my question. I was wondering if I could call set auth, if I needed to call set auth like outside of React, or if I could do it inside React. It looks like I could do it inside React, so that's nice. And why are they getting the claims? I'm pretty sure this source is like, it's been bundled. Because they must be writing actual JSX, right? And this just looks, I don't know. Oh wait, get ID tokens claims. Okay, so this is reading like get ID tokens claims must be coming from auth0. ID tokens claims. Oh yeah, it's coming from the use auth0 hook. And basically, Convex is saying we don't even need the claims; we just need the raw. But you don't give me direct access to the raw, so I need to get it through the claims. Which okay, fair enough. Then they're calling set auth. And that's really that, it seems. I don't know what. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a standard. I need to call an async function from within use effect. So you need to do this thing, and then you return the thing to clear the auth. Perfect. Makes sense. But this is interesting. Return loading, return logged out. And so I guess they're, yeah, that's nifty. We've actually thought about doing something like this where like, if it's basically you don't render what's inside Convex provider with auth0 if the user isn't logged in or if it's loading. And so you have the developer pass you this like loading logged out state instead. It's going to be really fun when RSE and suspense actually come out, because we'll be able to do it. Well, we'll be able to get rid of the loading state. The logged out state, that's not going anywhere. But the loading state is kind of, it'll be fun to have it handled by suspense instead. But okay, that's easy enough. Otherwise, they create the Convex provider, they pass in the client, and they're done. Cool. I think we can do this. So we are going to make convex provider with clerk, and then we're going to bug the convex guys to add it into their package. Also, and grab a glass of water. Okay. Now, I feel like I know what I need to do here. All right, so first of all, let me just prove that I'm actually signed in, because I've never seen clerk before. You might not believe that I'm signed in. Of course, I threw an error. I don't like this byte behavior. I wonder, like, there must be an error screen somewhere when I throw an error, and I just don't know where it is. Hopefully that doesn't bite me at any point, because I would really like to know what these errors are. I might actually spend a second trying to figure that out. Where? So basically, I just created an error. Okay, yeah, it's in console. I'll be good. Okay. So yeah, we're going to follow their syntax here. We're going to call this const convex provider with clerk. And we're going to this is going to take children, and it's going to take the client, and we're going to steal some types from over here. Huh. Cool. That's fine. We'll do that. And what do they do? They just did this in line. I'll just do it in line too. Ooh, what am I clicking? Yeah, we could. I mean, yeah, sure, we could do this structure too. Yeah, we'll do it. We don't need. We could do the same thing. We don't. So basically, they're saying, let's kill off this boilerplate that Colin just did, and let's build it into convex provider with clerk. We can do that. Why not? All right. So first thing I need to do here is use the use off hook from clerk. And let's see if I can remember what's on this. There is an is loaded, I know. And then there's a get token. And there's an is signed in. There's also like a user ID and other things that we don't actually need, because we're going to be using this get token. So, but the first thing we need to do is we're just going to mimic this behavior. And so we're going to say, if not is loaded, we're going to return loading. No, loading. TypeScript gets angry. Oh, this isn't TypeScript getting angry. This is. How do they handle the cases where these aren't passed in? That's interesting. Oh. They're just passing in a default. Look, we could do that too. Except I'm not going to put a button. I'm just going to put the sign element. A little power play. So anyway, if loading, I'm going to do loading or null. Is that what they did? Let me just make sure. Yeah, they did a. I'm pretty sure this is going to be because of TypeScript. I think I'm going to have to do this, wrap everything in a fragment as well, but we'll see. Let's see where they imported React element from. It's from React. Okay, and then if not is signed in, we're going to return logged out, or we're going to return sign in. Lastly, if we are signed in, we're going to return provider. I have one more thing I wanted to look at here. Yep. Wait, I don't know. I really shouldn't have done so late. I'm like moderately too tired here. Let me make sure that my support chat didn't get responded to. It did not. That's great. Now I'm just responding to a text message. Okay. Inside convex provider, we return children. I feel like people can probably tell how tired I am right now. Convex provider needs the client. Client is client. And yeah, I mean, that's annoying. Sure. I wonder if I can import Convex React client. Not sure that I'm going to be able to find this import, which is going to be annoying. So might end up putting a TS ignore just to break through. Right. See what happens. Yeah, see, I didn't expect that to work. All right. I think this is where I just does this type of work? No, it doesn't, right? I need Mr. Douglas with me right now, but he's not here. Maybe he's on Slack. I'll check with her. All right. Short of TypeScript problems, this is going to go quick. I'm just not even going to bother with this right now. Whatever, I'll leave it there. Switch this to iConvex. That's fine. And now I want to just start. Basically, I have my client here, but I haven't. Oh, wait, I did all this work. I should actually leverage it. So in theory, now we get to delete this. Convex, the user button, we're actually going to put in here because now Convex prior with clerk is only going to render when the user is signed in. And oh, and then asking me to just put it higher in the body here, which is totally fine. We can do that. And let's see where we are. Yeah, that's cool. Sign out. Oh, you know what? I want to put on here just after sign out URL. I'm just going to leave it on the home page. We go to the sign-in screen currently by default. I think we're actually going to change that. It's not always the desired behavior. Anyway, so now I'm on localhost. This is the Convex provider with clerk. It's showing it. And we're off. Now we're signed in. Yeah, that all worked splendidly. That was really easy. Now, in theory, the only thing I need to do now is, so I need to put this above here because of the rules of hooks. So use effect. And I'm assuming, did that just import itself? It did, cool. We have, as dependencies to this, we have get token, and we have is signed in. Just gonna switch this to any. I can get rid of my fields anymore. It's another approach to TS ignoring. Anyway, getting undistracted here. So, oh, and then the last thing we need here is the client. And basically what we have to do is we have to say, if we're signed in, we are going to we're going to call client dot set off. We actually have to do the same thing that they did. We need to take this syntax where we have the async function. I'm just going to take this whole thing. What is this set client off? What are they doing with it? Okay. Got it. So they have this, yeah, I'm just going to steal that too. So before, basically until set off is actually done, they're not, sorry, until set off is actually done, they're not, what's the word here? Rendering children. So in addition to clerk being loaded, we need set off done. Here, let me copy paste this whole thing. And then I'm gonna switch it to the clerk code. Instead of is authenticated, we have is signed in. We're pulling this client off. We're going to use that too, and we have to add here. So if not is loaded, that's coming from clerk. Or if client auth is false, so, or if not client auth, we're going to be rendering null. That's fine. Use effect. We just have to do await get token. And we can just assign this to the token. Cool. Set client auth. That's fine. That's fine. believe something is erroring here. Oh, use state. Just need to import. Venom? Watching them? Not yet. So I'm only like an hour and a half in. I feel like I'm making good time here. Huh. All right. What's its problem here? So the high level is that basically it's not liking my token. And I have to figure out why it doesn't like my token. My best guess is that it has something to do with that application name that they had as pass in. Because my token is right. Like we have the right issuer in here, which is half of what they're looking at. And so we need to figure out what else is in an OIDC token. What did they call it? Oh, it was called the application ID in token. All right. Auth0, OpenID, connect, token, claims. Okay. The basic scope for OIDC is OpenID, which indicates that an application can see OIDC. I wonder if it's the AUD claim. Let's actually look at Auth0 AUD claim. Oh, that didn't help much. You know what? Maybe if I sign into Auth0, I can actually find their token somewhere. Let's give that a try. I think it'll be done by midnight. It's 11:10. We got 50 minutes. All right, so I wanted to see, while I'm here, I don't know exactly where they would put their token. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in here. This looks like it's not a JWT. Right, let's check local storage. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I'll check session, but I'm not optimistic. All right. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to test if it's the audience claim, because that's what my best guess is. Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to make a new JWT template in Clerk. We're just going to do a blank one. We're going to what's wrong here? I believe I used now, instead of just calling get token, now we have to call get token template convex. Oh, I'm optimistic about that. All right. No, it still looks like it's connected. Yeah. But wait, was I in this state before? Maybe I was in this state before. Oh, that's so tragic. I was really excited for a second there. Yeah, I guess I was in this state before. Okay. So we have to figure out why Auth0 OpenID connect. Yeah, there was other stuff. Maybe I just missed something else that they're doing. I think there was some reference to the application ID here. You're just patching it into the Auth0 provider. What do we need to do? Oh, I'm not even in the right docs. Also, maybe I didn't use hello. That would be interesting. No, I used hello. Subject issuer can contain a nonce, can contain auth time ACR. Maya and EXP we have. It's signed. Huh. They've got me puzzled here. What could they be doing? The worst part really is that they're not even giving me any errors. So I see the WebSocket issues. I see it trying. I see it sending up my auth token. My auth token, if I go to gridvt.io here, has the audience, has the sub, has the issuer. What are they looking for? Stumped. Right. Trying to think of a good way to find this token from Auth0. You know, I bet let's try this. So we're going to try signing out here. Very slowly. We're going to try signing out here. What's going on? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch this network. Because I think that OIDC token is going to be in here somewhere. Basically, I went out to Google, came back to Auth0. Google put a bunch of stuff in the URL here. Where is that auth token? Auth0 should keep going. He sent me here. Then this just issue. Come on. Where is it? Auth0 set a cookie in response here. It sent. All right. Maybe I can find a demo app. I'm really dreading needing to like actually set up Auth0. I do not enjoy that process much. Yes. Now, I suppose it's also possible that like Convex.dev's own site use this. Doesn't look like it. But you know, I'm not on the dashboard. Hurrah! I think I found one. Yeah, I think I copied the whole thing. Yeah, cool. Okay. What could they want here? It's like really weird ask. It's not like it could be anything else here though. IANT, EXP. I think, like, let's just try adding this scope. I'm just going to try copying the whole thing. And we'll do that. Go back to our DWT templates here. I'm going to modify convex. I'm going to try adding. I'm just going to copy the whole list. If we're lucky, they're only looking at OpenID, but it's not worth doing a couple things at a time. So I started to lose track of all my tabs. Yeah, this is still refreshing. I'm gonna make sure my thing actually saved. What could it be? What could it be? If I don't get there tonight, I will ping the Convex guys. Could be. My token didn't save. That'd be good. All right, I'm going to clear out some tabs. Not those. All right. So what's that about? We're going to clear all this out. We're just going to look here. We're getting the convex token, and in the response, we have our JWT, but is it actually not coming back with? I'm not saying it has everything, but my web sockets are still going berserk. All right. What else do we got here? JTI clerk also has. Oh no, this is the clerk one now. So open another one here. Okay. I'm going to go line by line, try to figure out what's going on. This is the convex one. This is the clerk one. Now, both have type, algorithm, and KID claims. That's expected, slightly different. They have issuer. Ours is set here. Theirs is set there. I mean, that's supposed to be a thing. They have sub, we have sub. They have AUD as an array, which we do not have. I guess that's the next thing I'm going to steal, because we also have IAT, which is issued at, EXP, which is expiry, and then AZP is, you know, maybe this is the client ID from auth0. So maybe I need to set AZP. That would be a weird misuse of AZP. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not even going to let him use it. Huh. All right, now I'm going to go to auth0. And I'll log in. AZP claim auth0. All right, so it looks like auth0 is putting the client ID inside AZP. And we're currently not allowing overrides of AZP, which we can. I think it's also a little bizarre to me that Convex would care, but I'm generally like, I will make it so that you can customize it before that. One thing I wanted to check. So a client ID field did make it into the Iona spec. And so there's a chance that I'm not expecting that to work. All right, let me try to kill this, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to do auth remove, because if there's an add, there's probably a remove. Copy paste this before I do it. Select, and then I'm going to do an add. I'm going to put this in. And then I'm going to put in what clerk sets as the AZP, which is actually, in clerk's case, your localhost or your like domain that that you're generating the token from. It's actually like, if this works, it's actually a really cool way to add a little bit of extra security to your convex auth, because then it'll basically say, like, in effect, it's like, okay, convex cannot be accessed except from certain hosts, but we have to see if it works before I get too excited about that. All right, so now I have to do npx convex push. And npm run dev. No. All right, so it appears that was an init there. I'm struggling to think what else it could be here. Double check that I have my claims as expected. Yeah, so I have AUD hello. AZP is set to localhost 3000. I believe in convex generated here, there's going to be some kind of let's see. Oh wow, I just typed something totally silly. So npx convex auth remove. Oh, you know, it's probably in this convex JSON. Oh, I also guess it doesn't actually work. Ooh, you know what though? Oh, there's some weird. I didn't read. Space to select, then remove. npx convex push. Still unhappy. All right, what else do we got here? Issuer, we have. Sub, we have. AUD, ours doesn't look like this, so we're going to copy it. IAT, we have. PXP, we have. AZP, we have. And it is indeed set to match. Issuer is set right. And we have an extra NBF claim. Shouldn't matter. Sub. Man, I guess we'll try copying the AUD claim too. Why not? I mean, I might as well put like this domain again, but if we don't host this user info URL, I don't know why it would matter, but I will reach out to the Convex guys and figure out. Yeah, I mean, I might as well set it, but I don't know. I think we are out of luck here, unfortunately. What else can we do? Yeah. I'm going to have to reach out to the Convex team, figure out what's going on. I am presently stumped. But we will get back at it tomorrow. What could have happened? Just trying to see if I can come up with anything else this might be. I'm unfortunately out of ideas. All right. Signing off for now. But I believe I will be back tomorrow and we'll get this figured out. Thank you, everyone. The stream is ending.